There is no such thing as knowledge for the sake of knowledge. It gives me a power. It gives you powers. Knowledge is powers. You know, I know, you don't. So that gives you power. You may not even be conscious of that. You see, your knowing more than the other gives you a power. So in that sense, knowledge is power. And to acquire more and more knowledge, other than the knowledge that is essential for the survival of the living organism, is to acquire more and more power over others. Except the technical knowledge that you need is to make a living. That is understandable. That's all. I have to learn, you see, a technique. Otherwise I can't, the society is not going to keep unless I give something in return. And what they want, they know. See, you have to give what they want, not what you have to. See, what have you to give? I'm not going to give, see, anything. So, otherwise what value has this knowledge for you? To know more about this is something which you really do not know. But anyway, we are all the time talking about thought and thinking. And if somebody asks you a question, which I am asking the question, what is thought? Have you ever looked at thought? Let alone controlling thought, let alone manipulating thought, let alone using the thought or achieving something, material or otherwise. You cannot look at your thought. You can't separate yourself from thought and look at it. The illusion that you have is, the knowledge you have about thought is all that is there. There is no thought independent or apart from the knowledge you have about those thoughts, the definitions you have. So if somebody asks a question, what is thought? Any answer you have is the answer that is put in there, the answers that others have given. And you have, by combinations and permutations of those ideations and meditations about thoughts, created your own thoughts, which you call your own. So just like, you see, mixing up, you see, different colors, you create, I don't know how many thousands of pastel colors we have. Basically, all of them can be reduced to only 7 colors that you find in nature. So even the 7 colors you see, they are not actually 7. You know, anyway, I don't want to go into that whole color scheme in nature and all. So, what you think you see is yours is the combination and permutation of all those thoughts, just the way you see, you have created hundreds and hundreds of pastel colors. You have created your own ideas. That is what you call thinking. So, but when you want to look at thought, what is there is only what all you know about thought. Otherwise you can't look at thought. There is no thought other than what is there, what you know about thought. This is all that I am saying. So when that is understood, you see, the meaninglessness of the whole business of wanting to look at thought comes to an end. Because it's not possible. What is there is only what you know, the definitions given by others. And out of those definitions, if you are very intelligent and clever enough, create your own definitions. That's all. So it is like any other object you have around you. There are so many objects. So when you look at it, you see the knowledge you have about that comes into your head. So there is an illusion that the thought is something different. So it is you that create the object. The object may be there, but the knowledge you have about that object is all that you know. Apart from that knowledge and independent of that knowledge, free from that knowledge, you have no way of knowing anything about it. You have no way of directly experiencing anything. We started with that. When I use the word directly, it does not mean that there is any other way of experiencing. That's the wrong word. Directly implies that there is some other way of experiencing things directly, other than the way you are experiencing things. So the knowledge you have about it is all that is there, and that is what you are experiencing. Really, you don't know what it is. In exactly the same way, when you want to know something about thought, experience thought, it is the same process that is in operation. There is no inside and outside. What is there is only the operation, the flow of the knowledge. So you cannot actually separate yourself from thought and look at it. So when once such a question is thrown at you, what should happen is that giving all the answers is no meaning, because all that is acquired in thought. So that movement stops. So there is no need for you to answer the question. There is no need for you to know anything about it. So all that you know comes to a halt. Not literally. So it has no momentum anymore. It slows down. So then it dawns upon you the meaninglessness of trying to answer that question, because it has really no answer. The answers that others have given are there. So you have nothing to say on that thing called thought, because what all you can say is what you have gathered from other sources, and so you have no answer of your own.